So today I'm going to cover changing the hydraulic filters, the transmission and the suction filter for the hydraulic system on my John Deere 4044M. So I'm going to start by showing you where those filters are. They're under the left side on the driver's on the left side. So if we go down under the tractor here, I'm going to look through the step and you can see them there. So you can see the white one, that's the transmission filter, and then the black one behind it is the suction filter for the hydraulic system. Now you can change them probably by getting under the tractor and reaching up in there. I tried that and I was able to get the transmission filter off, but I couldn't get the suction filter off because it had just was rusted in place or oxidized in place there. So I'm going to show you what I ended up doing, and actually if I was going to change them again, this is what I would do. I take the left rear tire off and that opens that whole area up, so it's a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to start by removing some of the 3-point hitch from this side just to make it easier. I'm going to get down in here. I'm going to jack it up underneath this rope's support. So I'm going to take off this anti-sway chain or turnbuckle there. I'm going to take loose this adjusting thing. Then this I found out won't come loose up here. So I'm just going to swing it up out of the way. I'm going to take loose this pin and take this arm off. So here's the area where I'm going to do the jacking. Like I said, I'm going to put the jack underneath this. So you can see I got a couple blocks and set in here just to make it easier. Okay, so now we're going to jack it up just until the tire comes off the ground. And of course I have the brakes set and the bucket down to hold the tractor in place. There we can see the tire starting to move a little bit there. So that's high enough. That tire's pretty heavy, so we don't want to lift it way off the ground and then have to deal with it. We've jacked it up on the inside there, and it is, I'd say, just off the ground. The tire just moves. And now we're going to pull these bolts out. They're 7/8, and we got my impact wrench. I'm going to start with the bottom ones and work and leave the top ones in so the tire doesn't fall on me as easily. Side there. I'm going to kind of lean on this. Work that guy off. Slip it off there. And I don't want it to fall over. So I'm taking and just lean it over here out of the way. So now you can see this opens that whole area up. Right there are the two filters that we're talking about. You can see from the dates, I actually already changed these, so I'm not going to go through that. But you can see where they are, and now you can get at them a lot easier. The bigger filter here, the suction filter, it's pretty big around, almost 5 inches, about 4 3/4. So I ended up going to my local parts store and buying one of these band wrenches to go around it and get it loose. Actually, I'll show you the filter here in a minute, but it actually was on so tight that I ended up taking a hammer and chisel and pounding along the seam to get it to come loose. So you know how to unscrew filters and screw them back on. Have a pan underneath here to catch the hydraulic fluid you're going to lose. I think I lost about half a gallon of fluid out through these filters and what drained out while I had them off. Here are the filters that I took off. This was the transmission filter, and I was able to get it off, like I said, just by hand. There aren't any like markings or dates on these, so I'm assuming they were the original filters. I bought my tractor used about a year ago, and just now decided I should check those, and I think they were the originals. My tractor has about 1,000 hours on it, so they were kind of overdue. This is the big suction filter. I don't know if you can see that very well, but you can see the dents in the side where I pushed on it with the strap wrench. Once you've got the filters back on, of course you want to refill the system to make up for the fluid that leaked out. This is the fluid filling area here. Again, what I did was I took this top link, I guess you could just lean it down here, out of the way, and I got this long funnel. So I took this long funnel and fed it in there. Then I could pour the hydraulic fluid back in there. Then here's the dipstick. You just pull it out and check it there. So that's it. I hope this video has been helpful and it makes your job easier and you can learn from the problems that I ran into. Thanks for watching.